This video was recorded using Realist Action. Hey, what's up? Mitch So from YouTube again, and this is why
You can't put predators in with the prey. You gotta play by the rules.
So the two topics in this video I'm going to talk about came up to my mind because I've been hearing about these topics recently, and the first thing I'm going to talk about is webcam blackmails, and the other one that really got to my mind was another one, and that one I want to talk about is Facebook's Zynga games on the net. Now the first thing I want to talk about is about webcam blackmails. Now what exactly are webcam blackmails? They're basically part of online dating scams and online sex scams. So here's what happens on webcam blackmails. 1. An innocent citizen befriends a stranger on the internet in which they'll Skype with each other, for instance, video chat, which is maybe part of Skype or Facebook video chat, etc. The stranger they befriend then tell them to strip their clothes, and then, unknowing to the innocent citizen themselves, they'll record the footage of them naked. The stranger the innocent citizen befriended will then threaten to circulate it on the net, for instance uploading it to YouTube after recording the footage to a camera or a phone, etc., if they do not transfer any money to them. Another thing is that they're part of an online syndicate that blackmail victims nude pictures and videos that threaten their victims to circulate it on the internet, on social networking sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, etc. So this is what happened back in May 2011. The 22-year-old man befriended a woman on the internet via an internet chat room. Not sure if it was Skype or any other internet chat room, and both engaged in the webcam conversations, which led to the woman persuading the 22-year-old man, the man's name was Kenneth Go, if I remember correctly. She persuaded him to appear naked in front of the webcam, and unknown to Kenneth himself, the woman recorded the footage and threatened to circulate the footage online if the victim didn't transfer any money to her. I'm assuming she was going to upload it to YouTube or Facebook. Within months, the 22-year-old man made 80 transactions and 97,000 Singapore dollars. $97,000! What am I? I'm not kidding! This really happened in my country to a 22-year-old man who befriended a woman on the internet, and he was looking for love. The 22-year-old man then immediately told his father about it, and both made a police report. Within days, the suspects aged between 17 and 47 years old were arrested. And the two main suspects, the 22-year-old man and the 17-year-old woman, were arrested within a few days. The 22-year-old man and the 17-year-old woman, if I remember their age correctly, were found guilty for extortion with common intention. With that, I'm referring to the webcam blackmail on that online syndicate. The 22-year-old man responsible for the online syndicate, not referring to the 22-year-old man who was the victim of the online syndicate, was jailed for 5 years, and he was caned 5 times. Shocking. The 17-year-old woman was supervised to 24 months supervised probation with the following conditions: to be at home between 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. daily, and to perform 130 hours of community service. Also, the woman's parents were made to pay $5,000 of security bond to ensure good behavior. Also, to face a quarterly review of the probation. From what I heard last year, that the 22-year-old man, Kenneth Ko here I mentioned, was not the only one blackmailed, but 4 other victims. 3 to 4 other victims were conned and lost $100,000 to this online syndicate. The first thing I want to ask is, why is it that people want to befriend strangers that they don't know very well on the internet? Why the hell would they befriend strangers and fall victims to a handsome or pretty face on the net? To a webcam blackmail? Do they even think twice before doing that to avoid having their money lost? Now I just want to say something about my previous video which I did about webcam blackmails, which I don't like because I have something to say about it. It's because the reason why I don't really like webcam chats is because webcam chats, sorry about that, is because I don't want to fall victim to a pretty face on either Facebook or Skype or any other social networking site. The other thing is, I don't want anyone to persuade me to do compromising acts in front of my webcam. If I did, I would have footage of myself recorded of me, and that would get into big trouble with my country's police. For me, I would stay safe and stick to Skype calls, Skype voice chats, rather than video chats, so that I won't fall for a stranger's pretty face and be persuaded to be a blackmail victim. Anyway, on to the next topic. The next thing I want to talk about here in this video is Zynga games, which are the games you play on Facebook, like Zynga Poker and Ville-based games. Anything Ville, like Coasterville and all that stuff. So what are Zynga games meant to do? Well, like other video games like Fear or Call of Duty or Team Fortress 2, which you see right here, they're meant to keep you dying from boredom on social networking sites such as YouTube or Facebook. And I know some games like Farmville, Coasterville, Cafe Land, Mafia Wars, and Zynga Poker are fun to play, but I have something to talk about them. What I also heard is that you also make deeper connections with friends on social networking sites such as MySpace and Facebook. The other thing is, you can't play alone without friends who play the Zynga games online. You need a bajillion or maybe a gazillion friends to play the games. Like, you have to invite them and everything. But I personally don't play these games is because I don't want to get caught and unfriended for spamming their notifications with requests to invite them to play the games and requests for these Zynga games. Assuming I was spamming their notifications with requests and invitations for Zynga games. So that could be the reason why I lost them. Lost two of my friends. So this is one of the reasons why I don't play Zynga games, and the reason why I think they suck and all that stuff. And the other thing is, do you think I would invite strangers as friends to play these games with me? Read my furry pink lips? No. My Facebook page since then has been spammed with requests and invitations to these Zynga games. I played these Zynga games, but then I found them boring since I had to pay for certain features. Since then, I quit playing Zynga games because Zynga. Not only that, it's also because Zynga had the nerve to ask for money. So Zynga, in my opinion, I'm just expressing my opinion here, is that they're being greedy. Is that being old and greedy? They're being plain old and greedy. Not to mention, you have to buy these cards in the United States for these Facebook features, like Zynga Cash. Now I may sound like a broken record but I abandoned Zynga gaming for now because I don't want to get caught for violating the terms of service, and I don't want to waste my time on those games anymore. Also, today's shoutout goes to Golden Gunner. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. He might not have many videos he might not have many videos, but please be sure to subscribe to him. Anyway, he sent me that Facebook games such as Farmville, Happy Pets, and Facebook Pocket Guard, Happy Aquarium, and maybe others can be addicting, Like example, if your girlfriend decides to take you on a date or another one, or what if your family wants to take you out on a family road trip and you're 18 years or older, man, it's likely that you would say no because all you want to do is play Facebook games like Farmville or Happy Pets. Another problem that Golden points out about Facebook games is he used to play Happy Pets and Happy Aquarium to the point where he experienced the lag issues. No matter what computer you use and no matter how many times you had to hit the refresh button, it still lags and sometimes its servers will disconnect and on you after a long wait. You know how much of a common problem a regular illegal drug such as tobacco, games such as Candy Crush Saga, Happy Pets, and Happy Aquarium can be very addicting and it can destroy your life like drugs can. Happy Pets is a cheap knockoff of Nintendo's Nintendo Dogs, except add in lions, deers, zebras, meerkats, ducks, and hamsters, etc. Happy Aquarium is another clone of Nintendo Dogs, except it's fishes. Golden got countless invites from one of the spammers that kept inviting him to play a game that he doesn't even care to play. The fan base is even worse, especially Candy Crush Saga on Facebook. Not to mention that Coasterville is a complete ripoff of Roller Coaster Tycoon, and that Facebook is has completely ripped off these games. Look, stories of these people falling victim to a webcam blackmail for an online sex scam or a dating scam needs to stop, because the last thing you want to happen is to have your government and and they love doing this is to control how you use the internet, like how they censor Skype calls or Skype or video chats, etc. Also think twice before getting into a Facebook game that is made by Zynga, because losing money or experiencing lag and falling for it is just not worth it. Also, I have something about my Angry German Kid series. I'm releasing Angry German Kid episode 13 after I celebrate my country's Independence Day. The episode title is gonna be Angry German Kid Goes to a New School. This idea came up to my mind because I finally have an idea for an Angry German Kid episode. I will have a preview for Angry German Kid episode 13 tomorrow. Have a good one.